Welcome to video 10 of 14. In this video, I'm going to discuss my gang stalkers. This is not a concise list of my gang stalkers that are famous. There were a lot of other people involved, but this is a list that's ranging in variety. Most of them are involved in the American government or in Hollywood celebrities, but there are some other people involved. This list is not concise. There are other people that were involved, but for some reason because of either safety concerns for myself or because of things that I've been asked not to share, I'm not sharing a concise list. This is just some of the people. My gang stalking ranged from everything from text messages to calling to phone death threats to rape threats to people sending me pictures of dead bodies. That happened a couple times. One of the pictures was somebody I knew that they killed. This is serious crimes that were committed. Very, very serious crimes were committed. Some of the stuff was just bullying. Some of it was straight up threats, death threats. People were coming outside of my house, parked outside my house. They were paying, these celebrities and politicians were paying people to park outside my house, to stalk me, to videotape me where I went, to follow me everywhere, even check into hotels, stay where I was at, try to witness to intimidate me. I had people at hotels that I was staying at actually harass me, and they were actually working for politicians and celebrities trying to silence me. These gang stalkers, a lot of them are involved in the worldwide trafficking ring. A lot of them are actually people that end up trafficking me or raping me later on. Not all of them. Some of them were being handled and being forced into this. Not all these people are bad people. Some of them were being forced because their family and friends were being threatened. But I'm still listing them because they're connected to everything. Everything's connected, guys. This is a massive network. And like I said before, it's the sex traffickers, and underneath them, people that buy people, and underneath them, it's the people that work for them. And underneath them are the handled people. Like some of the people on this list are handled. But I'm going to go over some of my gang stalking. If you have any questions about anything, I'm not going to go into much detail about exactly individual things that were done to me. I'm going to focus more on the sex trafficking part when I make that video. But this is just people who gang stalk me. Again, this can be something as simple as a death threat, a phone call, a rape threat, coming to my house, parking outside of my house, even getting plane tickets, staying at hotels that I was staying at, paying for people to stay at hotels that I was staying at. This is intense, guys. This is a massive list of people. Some of these people are celebrities. Some are politicians. Most of these people are very recognized fit names on both sides, both the Republican and Democrat side. These people are people who have been tormenting me since 2009, off and on. Actually, one of the people on this list has actually been torturing and tormenting me most of my life. But he's the reason why a lot of this gang stalking began, and his name's Eric Prince. That man has been tormenting me since I was a child. He has been behind most everything that's happened to me. He was a shadow head of the CIA. He's the head of Blackwater, even though he publicly acts like Blackwater doesn't really exist much anymore, but it does. They're still loyal to him. Blackwater Agents Academy, Chi, whatever their name is now, it's the same group, and they're still loyal to him. They still answer to him. And Eric Prince ruined pretty much my whole life. And I still to this day don't know why he hated me so much, but he had such hatred towards me. Eric Prince, for those of you who don't know, he's a multi-billionaire. He's actually a lot wealthier than people think he is. This man paid millions of dollars to gang stalk me. And he's tied, the reason that he was after me is because he was tied to my biological sperm donor and some of the people in my bloodline. Like I said before, I'm a bloodliner, so this doesn't happen to normal people. This is very, very high level gang stalking. Eric Prince launched an attack against me since the time I was a child. He was trying to silence me. He was trying to get me to join the cult willingly. He was wanting that because he worked with my biological sperm donor and with my biological family. Eric Prince is the reason why my life was ruined, him and a couple other people. But those people are more shadow background people that are very wealthy, but they're shadow billionaires. You wouldn't recognize their names if I told you, so I'm not going to bother telling you their names. There's a couple of shadow billionaires that were involved in funding this as well. But most of this stems back to Eric Prince. Back in 2015, he actually talked to a National Guard person, and he actually told a National Guard person, he's like, you need to start stalking Hepsi. And he's like, why? And he's like, because I hate her and I want her dead. And you need to see if someone can rape her. And he's like, what is your problem? And he's like, I hate her with a passion. I don't know why this guy hates me. I don't know why he hated me. He wanted me to have me raped. He paid for people to try to rape me. He worked with people who paid for my friends to almost be raped. He had me kidnapped. He himself trafficked me and assaulted me. He's a psychotic maniac. This man is an insane lunatic, and he ruined most of my life. Eric Prince ruined most of my life, and he ruins a lot of people's lives. Eric Prince is tied to most of the people in the Epstein files, he's tied to most of the people in the American government. Most of the people in the American government are Blackwater agents. So this gang stalking is not just me that's experiencing this. A lot of people that are gang stalked by the trafficking ring. More than likely, I would say it would go back to Eric Prince. They may not know the tie because he's a very shadow figure. He doesn't really come out much and say his name much. People have heard of him because he was brothers to Betsy DeVos, who was in Trump's former administration. Eric Prince is evil. Eric Prince is a psychopath. He's probably one of the most evil men that ever existed. And he's absolutely insane lunatic. He's one of the top traffickers. He's very wealthy. He has money to blow. And he ruined my life. Eric Prince was behind most of the stuff that happened to me. I prayed for him. I actually got to minister to him when he was doing stuff to me and when he was ruining my life. But it still didn't take away the pain of what that man did to me. He ruined most of my life. So I do pray for him. I do pray that hopefully he gets saved. But, you know, some people just don't want that. And for a short time, he was wanting to get saved, but then he got reprogrammed. Eric Prince is very, very evil. He does horrible things. And because of him, most of my gang stalking occurred because of him. Not everybody who gang stalked me was tied to him, but almost everybody in the American government's tied to Blackwater, which is why I was targeted by Hollywood and Blackwater so much, because of Eric. Eric is very, very far-reaching. He has money to blow. He has ties all around the world. And their shadow network of the mercenaries exists mostly in politics in America and in Hollywood. So he had a lot of agents that were working for him. He paid people to do horrific things to me. He paid people to have me kidnapped. He paid people to rape me, to have me trafficked. He himself raped me and trafficked me. Eric Prince made so much money and ruined my life. He paid people to set me up for a crime that I didn't commit, try to set me up. I didn't actually commit a crime. I was actually a hero. I stopped a terrorist attack. He tried to set me up for that. There's just so much that I could tell you about Eric. But this isn't about him per se. It's just about all the gang stalkers. I'm giving you guys all of this information because Eric is at the middle of everything. Blackwater runs a lot of stuff. The CIA, the DOD runs a lot of stuff in the world. And a lot of the stuff connected to the Epstein files is connected to Eric Prince. So I'm giving you a list of my gang stalkers. This is not a concise list. This is not the full list. These people, like I said, some of them just sent me emails and sent me text messages, harassing me, calling me names. Some threatened to kill me. Some threatened to rape me. Some paid for kidnappers to come and try to have me kidnapped. Some actually showed up in person and tried to have me kidnapped and tried to kill me. This is a massive, vast network, guys. And I'm not going to go into detail about what all these people did at the moment. If you guys want to know, you can ask me. I'll let you know. But I'm just trying to give you a brief overview about what I went through. Because if I had to go through everything, it would take me forever. So I'm just giving you a brief overview. So I'm going to give you the list of names and the years that they stalked me. Roger Stone, he stalked me from 2017 to 2018. Steve Bannon, off and on, since 2013 to 2017. Donald Trump, 2014 to the present. Mike Pompeo, 2017 to 18. Mark Esper, 2017 to 2020. Rudy Giuliani, 2011 to 2018. Stephen Miller, 2017 to 18. Elon Musk, off and on, since 2009 to 2024. Kevin Spacey, 2018 to 2019. And of course, I have Eric listed, and that was most of my life. Sylvester Stallone was involved because he was a Blackwater agent, 2017 to 19. Julian Edelman, 2025. Taylor Swift, 2015 onwards. Kanye West, 2016 to 2020 and 2023. AOC, which is Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce her name right, but that was from 2019 to 2022. Marjorie Taylor Greene, 2019 to 2025. Pam Bondi was more behind the scenes. I did deal with her a couple of times, but she was planning things behind the scenes. 2017 to 2021. Jacob Rothschild, 2012 to 2016. Sean Hannity, 2013 to 2019 and 2021 to 2023. Tucker Carlson, 2015 to 2021. Paul Ryan, 2014 to 2024. John Boehner, 2011 to 2013. Ivanka Trump, 2014 to 2016. Mitch McConnell, 2010 to 2021. Elise Stefanik, 2017 to 2020. Jim Jordan, 2017 to 2020 and 2021 to 2022. Alex Jones, 2011 to 2019. Scott Baio, 2019 and 2021. John McCain, 2009 to 2012. Katy Perry, 2012 to 2015. Debbie Wasserman Schultz, 2018 to 2021. Dan Bongio, 2018 to 19. Nancy Pelosi, 2011 to 2021. Valery Gerasimov, he's a Russian agent, by the way, if you guys have never heard of him. 2016 to 2018. Sergei Krisyov, 2016 to 2018, another Russian guy. Rihanna, 2011 to 2014, 2022 for her as well. Beyonce and Jay-Z, 2011 to 2016. Mohammed bin Salman, 2016 to 2019, off and on. He was harassing me mostly on texts that I got from him, but he actually did put a hit on my life, which I'll share about in one of my videos. John Bolton, 2016 to 17. Ted Cruz, 2015 to 2018. Marco Rubio, briefly in 2016 to 17. Betsy DeVos, 2017 to 2020. Behind the scenes, I didn't really deal with her much. She did send me a couple text messages threatening me, but I didn't really deal with her much personally. Gina Haspel, 2018 to 2019, I think it was, or 2017 to 2018. Don't quote me on those years, but somewhere back then. She was the former head of the CIA, by the way. And Lindsey Graham, 2017 to 2018. Now, some of those people were handled themselves. Some of them were involved in being handled as well. Some of them were not willingly doing those things. For instance, like Lindsey Graham was being handled. He was not evil himself. And then there were multiple people at Fox: Sean Hannity, Geraldo Rivera, Janine Shapiro, Tommy Lahren. And then there was Greg Abbott, who was the governor of Texas. Rick Santorum used to harass me a little bit, not too much. Kanye West used to harass me a couple times here and there, off and on. Now, a lot of these people that I just mentioned, oh yeah, and Chuck Grassley, he used to harass me as well. A lot of these people that I just mentioned also trafficked me, raped me, or made money off of raping and trafficking me. Not all of them. Some of them were just working for these people, or they were being handled by these people. When I go into, my focus here is not focusing on exactly what they did, but every single one of those people either threatened me, sent me rape threats, death threats, stalked me on social media, made stock accounts to harass me on, sent me emails, called me on the phone. I actually dealt with some of these people on the phone, talked to them on the phone, dealt with them in person. I dealt with a lot of these people in person, dealt with them in person, especially if they were traffickers. I dealt with them in person, or if they were rapists. And they used to stalk me and my friends. They would send harassing messages to my friends, hack my friends' phones, pretty much anything you can think of. Anything from as simple as hacking to death threats to stalking me in person, sitting outside of my house, both paying people to do this and also they themselves actually doing it. There was a couple of those people that I listed, actually they themselves in their real form harassed me, such as Marjorie Taylor Greene. And I'm not talking about the people necessarily that just trafficked me, but people that came specifically to me just to harass me. Jim Jordan, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Elon, and a couple other people. And like I said, a couple of these people were being handled, so they weren't doing these things willingly of themselves. They were being forced to do these things. Sylvester Stallone was involved in that. Some of those people, again, were being handled. They weren't necessarily doing all these things personally. But some of these people are absolutely insane, and this is the kind of people I've had to deal with. Now, some of these gang stalkers were traffickers themselves. Some of them did rape me. Some of them did traffic me, and I'll talk more about that in another video. Some of them just worked for these people. Some of them were being handled and threatened. Some of these people were actually abuse victims themselves, and they were being tripped to do certain things because they were Blackwater agents and they'd get their programming tripped. But this is what I've had to deal with, and it's been intense. There's a lot of people involved in it, a lot of celebrities, a lot of politicians. There's a lot more people than what I listed. There's other celebrities and politicians that I didn't mention for certain reasons, because I was asked not to, or because my own safety concerns. These people are lunatics. The people in the American government's complete lunatics. They're very, very crazy. And I really hope that one day every victim of the trafficking, of the gang stalking, every victim of the Illuminati would get their justice that they deserve, because they deserve that. And I'm so grateful for those who have stood by my side through the years, who've been my friend, who fought for me, who believed me, who hasn't betrayed me, but always stood with me. I'm grateful for that. So I'm doing these videos because I'm trying to expose the truth. Some of you knew me back in the days when I was being really gang stalked. Thankfully, the gang stalking's come down big time. And there's a reason for that, because they're under investigation and because some of the people are actually being threatened by the gray eyes with blackmail. There's blackmail against a lot of these people, and some of the people that aren't traffickers themselves, but they're just working for the traffickers, have actually stopped the gang stalking because they're being threatened right now with blackmail, and they don't want to have the blackmail come out about them. So a lot of my gang stalking has stopped. Thank God. Finally, for the first time in my life, I've had a free year and a half where I haven't been that gang stalked. I have stalkers every now and then, but it's not nearly like it used to be. It used to be constant. Anyone who was my friend back in the days, especially in the 2010s, anyone who was my friend back in 2017 and 19 especially, can attest to the fact that I was stalked relentlessly. I don't know why, besides for trying to expose the truth. You know, I didn't do anything to anybody. There were lies about me, smears about me, kidnapping attempts. There was a false imprisonment even, because I was trying to stop a terrorist attack with my friend. And we got falsely imprisoned for that because Eric set it up, and we were set up. We tried to save lives that day. We didn't do anything wrong. We just tried to save lives. We were falsely imprisoned. There was all these people that were involved in trying to silence us, trying to keep us from exposing what we were exposing. And they made up lies about us. They paid people to lie about us. They paid people to stalk us. It was insane, like constant torture. And I was under constant 100% torture. And anyone who knew me back then will remember how bad it was. And it's so much better now. And I'm so thankful for that, because I was so worn out for so many years from that. And I still am. Now I'm like fight or flight mode has kicked off. And now I'm just left with all the memories. And I'm just like, wow, it's intense. It's a little mind-boggling even to me. And I'm the victim. So these people, these celebrities, these politicians, these billionaires, they have their own reasons why they want to harass me. Like I said, some of them were being handled. Some were being forced to do the things they were doing. And those people I have grace for, because I know that it wasn't fully their fault. They were trying to protect their loved ones, or they were being forced to do it. Some of them were Blackwater agents. Most of them were Blackwater agents who were trying to protect Eric and their trafficking ring. I have no compassion for that whatsoever, because those people are traffickers and they need to be exposed. And some of them were victims that got their programming tripped. And in that case, I kind of feel bad for them as well, because they weren't 100% willing to do that because they had programming. So this is what I've been through. I am trying to make a list of all the people that sex trafficked me or raped me or made money off of raping me. That list is similar to the list I just read you, although there's a couple different names on it. There's a lot of people that were involved, and I'm not going to list the names of every single person, but I am going to list some names. Some of the names I just mentioned to you were not traffickers themselves. Some of them did not have anything to do with my sexual assaults or my rape. A lot of them did, but not all of them. And then there's some names on the other list that weren't part of the gang stalkers. They were just traffickers and abusers. So again, this is not a concise list. The list about the sex traffickers is not concise. I'm just giving you the names of some of the people that were involved. And it's hard to talk about. It's very triggering for me, but I want people to know the truth. And I hope that more and more survivors come out and share their stories, no matter who they were trafficked by, no matter who they were raped by, no matter who they were gang stalked by, that they could share their stories, because they deserve justice as well. I deserve justice. They deserve justice. Everyone deserves justice. So I bless you guys, and I hope you have a great night. And I will probably make the video about the actual traffickers probably in the morning, or at least sometime tomorrow, because I only have 4 more videos to make in this series. If you have any questions, about what I've been talking about, if there's anything you'd like to know, message me or email me, info@thelandtriumphs.com, and I would be glad to answer your questions. So I want to bless you guys and just pray for you. That I'm praying for you and want you guys to know that I am for you guys and I'm with you. And if there's anybody out there that's a survivor, or anybody out there who thinks that they might be a survivor, you can reach out to me. You're not alone. I always say, speak your truth even if your voice shakes, because that's what the important thing is. So I love you guys, and have a great night.